Well, it looks like it's going to be one of these weird days in college football, ain't it? Look at this. South Carolina 20, Texas A&M 3 with 2 minutes to go in the first half. This is wild. I mean, Texas A&M just can't do anything offensively. South Carolina's living in their backfield. Marcel Reed is having a bad day. A&M is missing field goals. They got a big turnover there, an interception A&M did. Ran it down to the 6-yard line. Couldn't gain a yard. 3 and out, field goal attempt, no good, clanks it off the upright. One of those days for Texas A&M. Looks like the Aggies are going to extend their streak of never making an SEC championship game. Wow. You know, if A&M loses, who does that put in the SEC championship game? Let me see. Bama and, Georgia. And hey, did you know that Bama is winless all time in same season rematches against Georgia? Hey, listen, leave me alone. When it comes to the Georgia versus Bama thing, I have to, come up with anything I can to give myself reason to hope or believe, okay? So they've only played twice in the same season once ever, and Georgia lost the first one and won the second one. That was, 21? Was that 21? They lost to Bama in the SEC championship game and then beat them in a rematch of the national title game. Yeah, so Georgia's undefeated all time in same season rematches against Bama. That's about the only thing I can cling on to when it comes to the Bama-Georgia series. Notre Dame got out to a pretty early 14-0 lead over Pitt. Kind of stalled a little bit since then, but here they are now back in the red zone with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Notre Dame 14, Pitt 3. And Indiana struggling a little bit with Wisconsin. Now I'm sure they'll win the game. They're winning at halftime. It's 10-7 Indiana up on Wisconsin. Wisconsin's played a little bit better the last couple of weeks. They're still not a great team, but home game for Indiana. They should be able to take care of business there. And then Arkansas is all over LSU. Let me pull this one up. Arkansas is all over LSU early. 14. Well, LSU did just score 14-7 now. Second quarter just underway. Arkansas 14, LSU 7. Tulsa's beating Oregon State. West Virginia's beating Arizona State. Boy, they just completely fell off this year. Arizona State did. It's a real shame and sad to see, too. Michigan 7-3 over Northwestern, almost halftime. Offense optional in that game. Two bad offenses there. Bryce Underwood's completing a high percentage of his passes, but I don't know, man. The Michigan fans keep getting on to me every time I bring it up, but I'm just telling you, I watch him play. Just doesn't look that good. Now he's a true freshman, and for the 100th time, I'm not saying that. Holy shit. Unbelievable touchdown catch here by Notre Dame in the corner of the end zone. But there's a flag down the front corner of the end zone. I'll try to let you see if they showed a replay. Unbelievable leap and catch there. Penalty was on Pitt, so Notre Dame will decline it. It's going to be a touchdown. I'm sure they'll show the replay here. So it's going to be 21-3 now. Notre Dame's going to be up over Pitt. I don't want to show too much of the thing, though. YouTube gets mad if you show these games. Let me just show you the catch here at the end. Or he's back to throw. Here you go. Watch this catch. What a catch. Great catch by Notre Dame down in the end zone. It's going to be 21-3. I'm not saying Underwear is never going to be any good, but man, he hasn't looked good this year. He just hasn't. True freshman can always get better. Michigan needs some changes, I think, on the coaching staff. I think they should get rid of Sharon Moore. But if they're going to keep Sharon Moore, they need some major changes on the offensive coaching staff there. This is 2 years in a row where their offense just hasn't existed at all. But anyway, they are up 7-3 over Northwestern. How about Navy 24, South Florida 9? I don't know what's going on. The group of 5 in the ACC is impossible to predict how it's going to shake out. I have no idea who's going to win the ACC. Look, Pitt's going to get blown out here by Notre Dame. They're still tied for first place in the ACC. This is a non-conference game. Duke's got 4 losses and is tied for first in the ACC. They play Virginia this afternoon. Louisville lost last night. Memphis lost last week. South Florida's got a couple of losses. James Madison might be the best group of 5 team. They're only got 1 loss right now, and it's to Louisville. So I don't know. Take that for what it's worth. Cincinnati up 14-10 over Arizona. Kansas State 7, Oklahoma State 6. UConn beating Air Force. Anyway, it looks like it might be one of those weird days. A&M just can't do anything right today. This is their first home game, I think, since September. They played 3 road games in a row and had a bye week. Anyway, it's been a long time since A&M played at home. And they're acting like it's a road game. They can't do anything. Under 2 minutes to go, South Carolina 20, Texas A&M 3. Uh-oh, big punt return here from A&M. They're going to have good field position here with 1:41. But again, they've been down here several times, and all they've got to show for it is 3 points and a field goal. So we'll see what A&M can do here at the end of the first half to try to get back in the game. Indiana only up 3 points over Wisconsin at halftime, so I don't know. We'll see. I'll be on live at 3:30 for all the afternoon games. Oklahoma and Bama, of course, play at 3:30. Several other good games on at 3:30 too. Let's take a look. Oklahoma and Bama. UCF and Texas Tech, NC State and Miami, Georgia Tech and Boston College, Iowa and Southern Cal. That could be a good game. Southern Cal still just with the 2 losses. They're not out of the playoffs yet, and they get a crack at Oregon in a couple of weeks. Might be next week, actually. Anyway, we'll see if Southern Cal can keep it going. And then Virginia at Duke. Both those teams tied for first in the ACC. So we'll see how that shakes out there. Actually, both those teams tied for first. There's like 5 teams tied for first in the ACC, and none of them are any good. The ACC, this year's ACC, might be the worst power conference I've ever seen. Big play from A&M, 20, all the way down to the 14-yard line. 1st and 10, Texas A&M at the 14, 1:29 to go in the first half. South Carolina 20, A&M 3. Anyway, Texas A&M might lose this game and not make the SEC championship game. But don't worry, Aggie fans. You're still really fucking weird. Okay, so I don't normally do this. I'm editing this. Literally right after I ended that video, Texas A&M threw an interception in the end zone. So Texas A&M with a chance to get back in the game there at the end of the first half. They're down in the red zone. They're on the 14, 1st and 10, on the South Carolina 14. Marcel Reed back to throw. I don't want to show much of it. Here you go. Watch this. Into the corner of the end zone. Drastically underthrown and picked off by the Shamecock man. And yet another red zone trip for Texas A&M where they're going to come away with no points. So this is I trust Indiana. They're up 10-7 over Wisconsin. Indiana may end up blowing them out in the second half. I trust Indiana. I don't know I don't think Texas A&M's coming back win this game. Am I wrong? Let me know. Anyway, have a great day. So I had to do it again. I thought South Carolina was just going to run out the clock after that interception and 1.5 minutes to go and they're deep in their own territory. Nope, 80-yard touchdown catch by Nicholas Harbor. And South Carolina is going to go up 27-3 over the weirdos of Texas A&M. Boy, it's a good thing y'all are in the ROTC because you suck at fucking football. God damn. Yeah, they turned it over again. Nicholas Harbor scored that touchdown. South Carolina kicked off. Marcel Reed comes out, throws another fucking interception. South Carolina's going to score again. Guys, this has all happened in like 1 minute of real fucking time. What in the hell? What is Texas A&M doing? Holy shit, man. This is bad. Real bad, too.